I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
What the hell's going on out here? Ow! Ow!
Recording is in progress. 2 Als, 1 Pod. Podcast number 340. 340 podcasts. Woo! Is that unbelievable?
I don't have a coffee. I have a little water. Drank my
That's
coffee
okay.
earlier. Yeah.
Ducharme,
Hey, I have this.
Ducharme
Go
here
ahead.
and Romas above. Well, left and right. I don't know what's happening here. Here we are. We're making another attempt to do 340. We had a lot of technical issues with our travels. I was in Europe last week, and now I'm in Alaska.
Who's your agent? Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm coming or I'm just jerking off.
Well, we know. So you're in Alaska right now. Where you're at sea? Are you at the glaciers?
I'm actually en route. Left Seattle
route.
yesterday.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Left Seattle yesterday on a princess ship, and we're heading to Juneau. And I'm getting off the I'm getting off the ship in the morning to overnight in Juneau.
Oh,
Yes.
So you have done shows on there?
No,
already,
tonight
or?
I have 3. I have a 7, 8:30, and 10:15. So I have 2 family shows, and then I have 1 adult. 30 minutes each. I can repeat the first 2. So
is that in the lounge?
I'm covering about an hour. That's going to be in the Laugh Lounge, formerly the Vista Lounge. Now the Laugh Lounge. It's so funny. It's everywhere. Laugh Lounge, Laugh Lounge, Laugh Lounge.
Yeah.
You go there, it has the letters from when the ship was built.
Nobody's
Vista
laughing.
Lounge. Nobody's laughing.
Well,
Where are the laughs?
Yeah, I did
You'd
one
be
of
laughing.
those. I did it. It was supposed to be 3 adult, and then they kind of went backwards. It's not that adult. We'll keep it clean. So I was like, oh, okay. So it was kind of mild, 3 shows, but it wasn't bad to, and you get off the ship the next day. It's pretty nice. I'm doing 3 tonight, but I'm here all week. I'll be here all week,
folks.
Yeah.
When did you arrive? Yesterday?
I got here yesterday.
Because you overnighted in Fort Lauderdale, right?
That's right. I got a car in Fort Lauderdale, drove to Miami, and then overnighted in Miami. And that was nice. I went to Cuban Crafters, a very nice cigar lounge, but high-end cigars. And I'm like, and I'm not going to spend that kind of money, especially when I smoke on the ship quite a bit. So anyway, I'm talking to the guy in the humidor, and I go, and I'm picking them up, and they're like $28, $33, and I'm like, I go, yeah, you got any hand rolled around here? You got anything? He goes, oh, of course. And then he takes me around the back, and they have these beautiful fucking hand rolls, $5, and they were, big ring gauge and draw, and all good, very good. So that was great. And then I go, do you have any coffee? And he goes, oh yeah, right over there, it's free. And I'm like, oh,
free.
Great. Yeah. So I walk over, and there's this little counter, and there's this Cuban girl or whatever. And I go, hey, could I get a coffee, please? And she's like, oh, yes. And she pours it literally, like an espresso shot, but this is half that size.
Ooh.
It's a thimble, literally a thimble of Cuban coffee. And I go,
so did you say, can I have 5 free coffees, please?
I just took it like a giant and picked it up and walked over to my chair, and it just went on my tongue, and that was it. It was gone.
It's pretty strong, but you should be getting more than that.
I wouldn't mind paying a couple bucks to actually have a
bucks,
cup
2
of coffee. But anyway, that's a hell of a place, Cuban Crafters, in and around. I don't know how close to the port. It's very close to the airport. That's where, because the hotel I was, Miami Airport, whatever. You probably
so why are their prices so high now? Are they going to blame this on inflation and tariffs?
Cigars?
Yeah.
Yes, it's the
cigars I was buying are like $5 to $8 more than they were 2 years ago.
Yeah, I haven't seen a real explanation on why. I think a lot of them are jumping. The distributors are jumping on the fact that everything's high priced. Let's do it. Yeah, there's a little gouging going on. Yep.
Because the actual inflation doesn't reflect any of this.
No, it's shocking. I mean, it's and with Cuba, that's a different thing. The Cuban cigars, where they were you could buy a Cuban cigar in Cozumel 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever it was, for $18, and now you're not getting anything under 40 or
I was
35.
in Cuba, $6.
Oh, I know, that was heaven. That was the best. That
The
was
one time I was in
shocking.
Cuba, yeah.
I only went twice, and I didn't stock up enough because I thought, well, I'll be doing this for the next year. I told my agent at the time, I go, any Cuba trips, it's for me. I'll take them all. And she was like, sure. And I thought, oh, I remember going in that store though, one of the Casa de Monte Cristo, and just I had never bought a Cuban cigar. And I go to the girl, oh, how much is it? Was like a Series D. And I go, how much then? She goes, it was like 7 kook. And I go, oh, thinking, what's that in US?
Mm-mm.
And then she was like, $5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like,
yeah.
I go, $5 for $5.
And they're happy. They're happy to get $5 as a premium.
God, it was so great. That was great. That was a great time to be alive.
Look, can we talk about your attire? You have a new shirt. I'm not used to seeing you in a polo shirt. It's a
polo.
Blue, usually like a gray, black.
This was a Kelly purchase.
T-shirt. A Kelly purchase.
Yeah, I don't, it goes. They morph in, and then slowly things start. Now all of a sudden I'm getting collared shirts when I come home from a trip. I'm like, oh, I got a couple shirts. I'm thinking, that's
she wants you to dress like an adult. Well, you go out to some of these nicer restaurants, and you're wearing you're wearing loungewear.
Yes, I wear my nighttime finery to a dinner. But you know what I mean? It's a slow process. Like everything was fine. Like I had shorts. I have these khaki shorts that I've worn. Yes, I've worn the shit out of them. And then I noticed the last week or two, we were talking about different things, throwing shit away. She's like, oh, those khaki shorts could go. And I go, oh, really? Like, what's wrong with these khaki shorts? They're great. And she's like, yeah, they can be thrown out. Like, okay, I see what's happening here. So
Bernie does the same thing.
They went. Yeah.
She actually will purchase me something that I would usually won't purchase because of the price. And she'd be like, it was on sale. Try it on. I try it on. I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty nice. So
yeah, there is a positive of having them in our lives. Kelly does a lot of that same kind of thing. Most of the stuff I have that's kind of nice, she bought me in the last 2 years.
Same here.
Yeah. I'm buying cigars and a humidor. Maybe that was my big purchase. Other than that, I'm what anything.
Yeah, if Bernie's with me, if we're together, she'll say, "Hey, I want you to stop in here," and she'll look at a few things. She goes, "Hey, the men's section's right over there. Why don't you go have a look around, and I'll catch up with you." I go, "Okay." I start looking at stuff, and the prices are insane.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes, "Oh, try this on. Try this on right now." I'm like, "Don't look at the price. Just try it on." I put it on. I get in front of the mirror. I'm like, "Oh, that is sweet." And then I look at the price. I go, "Nope, not doing it."
Yeah.
She'll say, "Get it. This is a nice addition. We'll have it for years."
That's it. She's right. If it's quality, you'll have it for the rest of your life. Basically.
She said it's not going to go out of style. It's one of those pieces. And then I go to the register
that falls apart.
And the register and they go, "Oh, this is on sale. It doesn't have the dot on it. Whatever. It's supposed to have a." Okay. Well, this is on sale. So, she says it's 40% off. Then I'm happy.
Yeah. I don't understand. So it had a feather on it?
No, it had like a dot saying that it was on.
No, you missed it again. That was a joke. Dot, feather, Indian. You missed it twice. I didn't want to do it a third time. You said it didn't have a dot. I said feather.
We used to be a comedy podcast, but that's been lost.
Well, you kept talking when I said feather, and
I talk. You talk. I listen.
Dot, feather,
I interject here and there.
Feather. No, I was expecting a chuckle at some point. Dot. You go, didn't have the dot. I go, feather.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And you kept talking. And then I go, dot.
American Indian versus Indian.
I go, feather.
Indian.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
7-Eleven versus TP. I got you.
Right. That's a good analogy. Yes. Hey, I did a show on what ship? God, yeah, I'm like you with this travel. Where was I on last week? Oh, the Jewel. So I was on the Jewel. of
which
the
you
sea.
shit on when I was on it
And
a
that
few years back.
the name of that ship is it's not really a jewel at this point, but
No.
it's decent
It's
enough vessel.
it's a diamond in the rough.
And it's rough, all right. But I do my show and I'm walking down the hallway and this guy comes up and he goes, "Good show." I go, "Thank you." And he goes, "Hey, I'll listen to your." No, he goes, "I want to listen to your podcast." What was the name of it again? And I go, "The Cruise Director." And he goes, I go, 2 owls, one pod. And then he goes, 2 owls, one
Oh, the
pod.
owls, yeah.
And I go, no, I go, owls, 2 owls, one pod. And he goes, so 2 owls, one pod. Exactly. So the cruise director starts laughing and he turns his back a little. And I go, so then I'm like, you know what? This guy's a moron. I'll just fuck around with him. So I go, that's right. I go, it's 2 owls, one pod. And the pod, as you know, everyone knows, is the bed the owls will sleep in, the nest. So he goes,
pod.
so he goes, he goes, so you have a podcast about owls? I go, yeah. Me and another comedian, we just thought the market was open for the 2 owls type podcast.
So the wise asses of the internet.
we would jump in, and he goes, and he's not like saying this is. He goes like, all right, 2 owls, one pod. I go, right, the pod is the bed, the nest. And he said, okay. And the cruise director is fucking laughing. He's got his head against the wall right now because this poor guy now is. This poor guy's walking back to his, let me look up 2 owl. Now, there probably is a podcast about owls.
Yep.
I mean, this podcast about everything.
I'm sure there is. Mr.
Yeah,
Owl,
so 2
how
owls.
many licks does it take to get to the end of a Tootsie Pop Tootsie Roll? Is that what we put this on before, right? A clip? Didn't we put a clip of that on before?
I don't know.
1, 2,
340
3.
podcasts.
3.
It's a lot of podcasts.
Charlie. It's a lot of podcasts.
It's a lot of. But anyway, so we're 2 owls. I guess you could hear that, but if someone 2 owls, one pod, I think it's not that crazy, I guess, to
No, it's not that far of a jump. Can I tell you about my adventure getting to this ship here?
Please.
I flew from Los Angeles. This is after I returned from Amsterdam. I was in Norway, Amsterdam. I had one of those 15, 16-hour travel days. So I finally get back to Los Angeles. I'm home for a couple of nights. And now I have a 2-hour and 19-minute wheels up to wheels down flight from Los Angeles to Seattle. So I can join a ship the following day. So I'm like, well, this is going to be easy after that nightmare travel that I had, coming back with customs and all that.
Yeah.
And I had some other issues with customs, but we're not going to get into that now.
We're not?
Why not? Because they said, are you 2 owls, one pod? Can you step into the office over there, please?
All right.
Questions?
Okay. There were legalities involved here. There were travel issues. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave it out there. We'll leave it alone.
We'll leave it up. We'll leave it alone. So I take an Uber to the airport.
You got a simple flight, 2-hour flight.
Yeah, take an Uber to the airport. It would have been easier to fly out of Burbank, which is 12 minutes away, but I went out of LAX. Almost an hour in an Uber because of traffic. It's 27 minutes, but it took an hour. So my flight delayed. Okay.
Really? So that's weird. Okay. Flights generally
delayed
don't
flight.
get delayed.
They don't get. Right. Yeah. So my app says I'm in the lounge because I have.
You're in the lounge. You're kicking back.
Yeah, I'm kicking back. It says boarding soon, and it's right down where the doors open up from the lounge elevator. It's my gate's right there. So I'm like, well, this will be easy. It says boarding shortly. So I get my stuff together. I go down and I'm standing there and there's a crowd around waiting and it's just poorly organized at this particular location. And then they open the door and I'm thinking, oh, they're going to start boarding us soon. They're letting people off from the previous flight.
Eh?
They're not boarding soon.
They're not boarding soon.
They're deboarding.
That's soon. No.
But we waited a few minutes for the boarding shortly, like 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, what the hell?
Right.
And they finally opened the door. We're thinking, we're going to go on. No. And the people started coming off. Wheelchairs. It's another half hour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
then they got to clean it, quote unquote.
Yes. So I walk
And-
away and then I come
Yeah.
back and I'm number 2. I'm not even number 1. I don't have any upgrades or anything, but I'm number 2 with
Number
my
2.
status.
All right.
But number 2 is really like number 7, right?
What do you? Is this Alaska
Anybody
Air?
needing special care to board, please approach now. If you have children under the age of 2, please aboard. If you're currently serving in the military, and concierge class, first class,
it's impossible.
and then
when they say boarding soon, you still have another. It was real. You have another.
And then group number 1 now has changed on Alaska Airlines. It's different from first class. It's the next class. So number 1 is really like 4 or 5. And then number 2. And then everybody's crowding, getting ready to go up.
Yeah.
And then they call number 2. I'm the only number 2. But they won't let me through. So then I see the woman grabbing the phone to announce number 3. Because she thinks there's
why wouldn't they let you on as number 2?
No, because all the number 3s and number 4s are blocking. So I'm like, excuse me, let me through. So they start leaning reluctantly to let me through. And then I finally get through. And then she goes, number 3. And I just got ahead of them. It's
insane, though. These are assigned seats. I never can understand the cattle mentality of.
It's the overhead. Because if you don't get the overhead, it's the overhead.
Forgot about you travel.
So
the
whole point about having these number 1 and number 2s is you have a little bit of priority to put your bag up.
Right.
Because you fly more, you pay more, you get privilege. So
yeah, gotcha.
And people that don't travel that much are the worst. Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. I'm out of it. I'm out of the practice now, which I'm actually fucking happy about. But
because of the podcast, I have 2 carry-ons, so I have to put one under my seat in front of me.
Because of the podcast, what do you mean?
Because I have the bag with all the equipment, the computer and microphone.
Yeah,
I have a lot of equipment.
I have all that. Oh, I have that in my luggage. The computer is in my backpack, and then the equipment's in my.
But you don't check. You're driving.
I am driving, and then I went through the in the terminal, and the guy pulls me. I had the kettle. I have this thing,
Mm-hmm. Oh, the cops in the kettle.
Yeah, and the guy goes, and I think he's going to bust me on that because I think you're not allowed to have them on. It depends on if they catch it. And then the guy goes, "Oh, do you have a 3-prong cord?" And I go,
"Now they're asking for 3-prong."
I go, "Yeah." I go, "I guess it's an extension cord." He goes, "Yeah." And then he takes the bag, and I go, just like that. I go, "Really?" I go, "We're going to open my bag, and I got to go through to pull out an extension cord." I go, "I work on the ship. I'm an entertainer."
So you're contractor.
I go, yeah. I go, "Really?" Like that. I'm just like, "Is this what we're doing?" And then he goes, "Go ahead."
Yeah.
He just waved. He goes, "Go ahead." And then I get off and I get my bag and then I start walking to the escalator and I get this fucking 90-year-old who tells me I got to take the elevator. I go, "The rule is, sir, if you have a free hand, you can use the escalator anytime." He goes, "Not here, elevator." And at that point, I wasn't going to argue. So I go, that's fine. And then I walk 100 feet to an elevator. That's his job.
Not here.
Old Pappy telling you you're not allowed on the escalator.
Really? It's one free hand.
Yeah, I got one free hand. I go, "That's the universal rule for an escalator with luggage." And he goes, "Not here." I go, "What is this? What's going on?" I can handle an escalator. You can't, because then it starts the shit.
Contractor. I'm contractor.
Right.
I'm a
but
contractor.
but Pappy wouldn't let you on. I'm telling you. I argue those things a lot, and I could tell this guy's not fucking around.
I'm a contractor.
Yeah. Okay.
It works 90% of the time. I'm a contractor. I go, okay.
Right. On the escalator, or are you talking about baggage?
Everything.
Itself? Everything.
No, well, that's, I see them, I'll see like a family with extra bags, and when they have their attention, and he's saying, "You got to take the elevator, I wait to get out of
then
this
you make a
peripheral,
move.
and then I go around and I go right on.
Oh, I've done those moves. But it generally doesn't happen. But this guy, he's like an old Civil War veteran.
He might have that wrong. He might have an old attitude.
I think he does.
Mm-hmm.
But
anyway, I get on my flight,
Yes.
which is now we leave 40 minutes late for my 2 hour, 19-minute flight.
Not
Okay?
bad.
Not bad. We land. Hey, folks, we made up a little time there in the air. I made up, they tried to take credit for making up 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right. Exactly.
So
You did
we're a
nothing.
little late, but there's someone at our gate. And as soon as they leave, all that. So that's an extra 10 minutes. So now I'm
Right.
50 minutes late.
But you're
Okay.
just going to connect. You're just going to overnight, right? You're not going
I'm just
straight
going to
to a
overnight in
ship.
Seattle.
Okay. So it's not,
And then the next morning, they're coming to get me. They're coming to
the
get me. I'm
law.
supposed to wait. No,
coming
the
to get
cruise
you?
line is coming to get me in the
Oh,
lobby.
okay.
They supply the transportation on this line. You don't just take an
Gotcha.
Uber.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, okay.
Hmm.
Alaska Airlines, if your luggage takes more than 20 minutes, you get $25 or 2,500 miles credit.
If you're, oh, okay. I see.
55 minutes
Hmm.
for the bags to come out. It's a
Was it
fucking
just
nightmare.
your bag, some people's bag, or all the bags of the plane?
Everybody's.
Were some coming out
The
on
flight.
time and
Nope.
nothing?
They said carousel 13
The
and
belt's not moving.
they had Dallas, they had somewhere else, Phoenix, and then nothing from Los Angeles, nothing. So people gathering around. So I get in a line and I go, hey, I go, it's 40 minutes, no bags. He said, what flight? I go, LA. He goes, yeah, it's coming out on 13. I said, yeah, but it's been over 20. It's 40 minutes. He said, they're coming out now. So all of a sudden
Right.
it starts again. It's Phoenix. It's not even LAX.
Hmm.
So then I go back. I see people getting in line to get their $25 credits, And I was already in line to do this. So I just walk right to the front of the line at this point. I'm so pissed off. And I go, because everybody's looking at me like I cut the line. I go, he just sent me out of line. And I was here to get my $25 credit because I wanted my credit. I was angry. So she goes, well, sir, I'll take you here. She takes me in. I go, why did he tell me to get out of line after I stood in line for 15 minutes? I'm pointing at him.
Right.
And he's kind of like leaning away from my point because I'm pissed off at him. He was being a dick.
Mm-hmm.
I go, I'm here to claim the $25. She goes, oh, claim? It's not called claim, sir.
Oh. Okay.
It's called compensation fee.
Okay.
I said, I'm here to claim my compensation. No, now it's semantics. She's protecting her coworker because I'm
come on. Just
upset
give
guy.
me my
It's all
voucher.
semantics.
And,
yeah. The voucher.
Yeah.
So anyways, I finally get it. And then in Seattle, you have to go up an escalator, across the escalator, and then go up again to the third floor to get your free shuttle to the hotel.
Mm.
And it's the escalators don't work and a whole bank of elevators don't work. So now
Travel
I got to go down.
is fun.
I got to go 100 yards inside of a garage and then 100 yards back. It's just a fucking nightmare. So then I called the hotel. I said, where is your shuttle? They said, oh, he's on the way.
He's
He'll
on
be
the
there
way.
in 5 to 10 minutes. 20 to 25.
Of course he will. He just
Yeah,
you must have just missed him.
Yeah, so it's just it's adding more. I finally get to my hotel and they say they're going to pick you up at 11 a.m. in the lobby. Come down here before 11 a.m. Checkout is at 11 a.m. So I go out to the lobby at 10:40, 10:45, and I wait. And it's a zoo. There's flight attendants, Malaysian Airlines. There's all these captains, pilots, and it's just a complete nightmare. And I walk up to somebody. I said, hey, the AAA, it's called AAA Worldwide Transportation. He said, oh, you know it. A big shuttle is going to come in. They usually pick up 1 or 2 people, but it will say AAA on it. And the guy will come in and say, AAA Transportation.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't happen.
Yeah, shocked.
This meek guy walks in and he starts walking up to individuals with their luggage.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, are you going to Princess Cruise Lines? Now, there's a Princess Cruise Line shuttle that's taking the passengers. This is taking the entertainers and crew. two separate things. So I keep going up to people. I go, "Are you going to Princess?" And they say, "Yes." I send him an entertainer. He goes, "No, you got to go with AAA worldwide." It's a back and forth, back and forth.
What if you got on the bus with the passengers?
They won't let you because
Why?
they paid for that because they paid like
Oh,
$35 a head, and mine's already paid for. So it's a
okay.
complete nightmare. So apparently, when I'm walking up to people, this
Hmm.
guy is walking up to other people saying, "Are you crew? Are you a contractor?"
Hmm.
So he finds the magician, takes the magician or the juggler,
Hmm.
takes the juggler,
Same thing.
and I go back and sit in my seat, and then he just leaves without me. I find out later this is what happened.
What?
Yeah.
What the? Oh.
He
How
didn't come
far
in
is?
and announce. He said he didn't come in and announce like they said, "You'll know."
Right. Yeah.
He didn't hold up a sign. He chose. He said, "Oh, I'm looking for two males." He just went up
Right.
to males that
Right.
had luggage and
Right.
was asking them.
Right.
And one of them happened to be the juggler.
Yeah. Mm. Wow.
Anyways,
I,
my long-winded story.
I thought it was gonna have a funny ending. I don't know why I
No,
was
it has
sitting.
no. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
no ending.
I flew to Europe, 16-hour day
Yes.
from LA, and then here I am doing a 2-hour, 19-minute flight, and it turns into 5, 6 hour nightmare, and then it continues the next morning.
How
Nightmare.
far was the ship from the hotel?
35 minutes.
Oh,
And there was a
all right.
motorcycle accident, so it took longer. It took 50.
Good God, Magnum. Now you
A
do
motorcycle
this.
accident in a tunnel that goes underneath the highway.
I understand how tunnels work. Do you do three things for
Could have gone under a
saying
river.
tunnels go under the ground?
Hudson River,
All right. Yeah, I got a
Lincoln
point.
Tunnel.
Yeah, but this was Seattle. Um, my point is, I don't have a point. You're doing 3 shows tonight. You get off the ship tomorrow, the next day.
Tomorrow morning. So I'll
You get
spend
off
two
the
nights
ship.
on the ship. I will bed 2 evenings on the ship. I will walk
I
off, go
know.
to the Baranoff Hotel and
Oh,
overnight.
overrated. That place sucks. Don't you have
Well,
to be honest? That place sucks.
they
The
were no,
Baranoff.
they put new toilets in.
That place is horrible. And
Well,
all these dumb comics like you gotta
it's
have the
night.
breakfast there. It's the best. And I have the breakfast. I'm like this. It's fucking eggs and toast. It's not
It's
good.
actually included, but they got rid of the diner. The diner's not there anymore. The
Oh,
diner
that
that
was
was
the
there for
best.
60 years.
Yeah,
That was
that was
a
the
great
only.
diner.
That was the best part.
It's
Yeah,
just closed off. It's like plywood from the lobby.
those rooms should be closed off, man. A
Ugh.
little haunted feeling in those rooms. Little, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things have gone on here.
Yeah. Well, there's
Um,
been murders, fishermen,
yeah,
hunters,
the
prostitution,
Baranoff.
drugs.
Wow, I can't believe it's still around. I remember walking to the ship though
What was it,
from there.
1916, 1923 or something?
I don't remember. I just
It was
remember
built.
I was
100
waiting for
years
a
old.
cab, and then I saw the ship. So I was like, I'll just walk, fuck it. And I had walking with your luggage down the sidewalks of Juneau for
Downhill.
3 miles. I was like, what am I doing? This is
It's
the dumbest
deceiving.
idea I've had.
If your
And it's
ship is
Alaska,
right,
so it's raining and not raining and raining.
if your ship is in the first slip on the pier,
Mhm.
you can do it relatively. Yeah, it's like an 8-minute walk, but
Right.
it's deceiving because you can see your ship from like the
It's
second or third
deceiving.
floor of the hotel,
That's right.
and you go, "Oh, there, it's right there."
Yeah. It
And you have
was
to navigate through like 5 ships of passengers too, because they're all coming off.
oh, I miss that. I mean, that's the thing with travel, the way you travel with joining ships. And that was the worst feeling of when you get to the ship and then you get out of a cab and you see the ship like a mile away and you got to pull your bag, walk all the way there, and you're sweaty or it might be drizzling. And then the security's like, what's your name? And you show them the passport and they go, I don't see it here. And you're like, oh boy. And you're gonna this is gonna take some time here.
I
Because
just
he
hate
won't
when
go in and check because he's
well,
got other
that's
people he has to keep
yeah.
checking their card. So he can never get a moment to go help you.
He's got a walkie-talkie, and that's all he has to do.
Yeah, I know. But you know what I'm talking. These guys,
Some
their
guys,
attitude.
there's a couple of guys that are very authoritative, and they put their hand up to the passengers. They go, "1 moment, please," and
Oh,
then
I
gets
don't
on
see
his
those
name.
guys much. No.
Rarely, but
I
when
get
you
the guy
do,
who goes, go
I like
stand
that
over
guy.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
go
stand over
stand
there
over
in the
there.
rain or the sun.
Well,
I
I
go,
go,
"How
can
about
I
the
stand under the
canopy
tent? Yeah, let
with
me stand under
you?"
the canopy here. And he goes, no, over there. I go, yeah, but it's raining. It's raining. Well, I'm not going to go over there. and stand and get soaking wet. What the fuck? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
You know?
Some of those guys treat you like shit.
They do, and it's the old thing we've said it. Every entertainer says it. It happens every week, don't they? Why wouldn't they know that roughly between noon and 3, an entertainer shows up? That every week, nothing changes. Same, and
I've
they're
said that
surprised every
when
time.
they're dragged. I go, have you ever had an entertainer come through here before? And one guy said no.
Oh, get it.
I said, how long have you been on? Is this your first cruise? He goes, no, I've been working for the cruise for 7 years. I go,
Bullshit.
really? And you've never come across an entertainer joining a ship?
Bullshit. They lie. That's
They
just fucking lie.
It's power. It's all about power.
I don't
Because
understand too.
You're making 5 times more, 6 times more than they are.
I know. But you know what I don't understand either.
You get a passenger cabin. You get all the
I don't know why it's not addressed. When passengers come back to the ship, you show your card to the guy, security on the pier. You show the card. They all grab the card and look at it. Now we're in the age of, wash your hands, washy. What does he have to touch my card with his germy hand? Then he hands me the card back. Then I go on the ship. It happens again. And then they go wash your hands.
Here's a little trick.
Don't touch my card.
I know. Here's a little trick. If you do this,
yes.
Again, 9 out of 10 times they will not touch your card. All the passengers take their card. They get their cards out of their wallets. They hold it at their chest level,
right,
or lower. If you hold your card up like this, eye level to them, from a foot away, they don't touch your card.
Oh. I thought there was going to be a joke at the end of that, like a dick joke or something.
No. Well, you grab their nuts.
Okay, thank you.
With the other hand.
Give me something.
Give me something. I'm sorry. I'm cranky. I'm tired.
Fucking travel tips. This is our travel tip
to be
podcast.
Funny. I'm saving all the funny for my 3 shows tonight.
He's saving it up, folks. I had a call the other day. This is a weird one. My phone rings in the cabin on the Jewel, and it's this Asian girl, very soft, like, hello, hi,
long time.
I brought you hot tea on Icon, and I go, oh, you did? Okay. I go, thank you. I don't know what to say. And then she goes, do you need a hot tea today? And I go, no, I don't need hot tea. I'm like, who is this? And then she goes, oh, it says her name. I don't remember it. And then she goes, you were not feeling good? I brought hot tea. And now you're on the ship. Do you need hot tea? And I'm thinking, is this some kind of code? Like, what's hot tea really mean? You know what I'm saying? So I go,
I know what cold tea means in Boston. Combat
what does cold tea mean?
That means beer served in teapots so the cops don't see it.
Oh, maybe
after
maybe I'll have some beer right
after
now.
1 a.m.
in my portable.
They had to cut off the drink. But go ahead. It's hot tea.
Hot tea. So I go, no. I go, I'm fine. And then she goes, okay, I brought it on Icon. And I go, yeah. I go, well, thank you. And then she hung up. Now I didn't meet the person.
She's trying to connect with you.
Well, who is she? I don't even know who the fuck she is at all. I mean, it was just
she was telling you, I remember when you were sick, I brought you tea. Would you like more tea?
But who are you?
She doesn't have a handle on the language.
But is she a waitress? Is she a work? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know, there was no introduction.
Cabin attendant. Did you have a cabin attendant bring you hot tea when you were on the Icon?
I don't remember. To be honest, I don't think anyone brought me. I would get tea and then walk to the club.
If you were sick?
Yeah. When I was sick on the Icon, I had a cold and I got tea and brought it to the club. I don't remember. I guess I did at some point, but I don't remember asking it. I would never ask anyone to go get me tea. You know what I mean? That's not my style of going, hey, why don't you get me some hot tea?
Do you drink tea often?
No. Well, at home, we'll have a little before bedtime.
Well, you do the sleepy time tea.
Kelly makes some tea, and we're old people, and
because you never drank tea before. You never drank.
No, never drank tea.
You never drank.
Never. never. But she'll.
Riesling. You never drank Riesling before.
No. Well, that's funny. When I was home last week or whatever it was, 2 weeks ago, I was having a cigar outside, finishing it up, had some Riesling. Then Kelly came out and replaced the Riesling with tea and went back inside. I'm like, how old am I? God damn. I'm finishing a cigar at 7:30 and my wine has been replaced with a hot tea.
Wow. It's over. And put the shirt on.
Oh,
it's over.
Yeah, put that collared shirt on you, bitch.
And get back in your cage.
Hey, I saw a
crate trained. He's crate trained, folks. Go ahead.
I saw something I've never seen before the other night on a cruise. Again, I'm upstairs, cigar, my thing. And this guy sits
upstairs
down.
Means upper decks, outdoor decks, folks, if you're not familiar. Smoking area. Go ahead. You're completely frozen.
Bringing it right now.
Okay, you were completely frozen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, connection's a little unstable, but we'll get through it. This guy sits down and he very elaborate travel humidor, like very serious about he's got the scissors for a cutter. Mm-hmm. He's got, the whole thing. And so he goes, "Hey, do you need any cigars?" And I go, "No, I'm good. Thank you." I go, "Appreciate it." He goes, "No, I sell them." He goes, "I'm selling great cigars here." He goes, "They're not Cuban, but they're great." And I said, "Look at all those are very good." And he goes, yeah, that's what I do. I bring them on and I sell them. And I go, "Oh, okay." So the guy sits down and he's smoking a cigarette. And the guy goes, "Hey, you need a cigar?" And the guy's like, "Giving them away?" He goes, "No, I'm selling them. But if you need one, got great prices." And the guy's like, "Oh." So I'm watching this go on. And then he
totally illegal,
moves down like 3 sections. It's a big smoking area. And this guy sits near me. And then he goes, "You believe that guy selling cigars?" He goes, "You can't do that." I go, "I know. I didn't buy. I didn't say anything, but I go, I've never seen that before." He goes, "It's fucked up." Then another guy sits down. He goes, "Hey, did you see the guy at the end? He's got like a little store down there." And another guy pops up. He goes, "I saw a sign on his door. He's got a sign on his cabin door, cigars for sale."
What?
That's what I said. I go, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, he's got a sign that says cigars for sale. He's on deck 8. It's on his cabin door." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
You can't
so
get away with that.
So the next day or a day after, whatever, he's back again. And he goes, "How you doing?" I go, "Good." I go, "How are sales?" And he goes, They're not bad. They're not bad." He goes, "I do this all the time on cruises." He goes, "It's pretty good. Like, little side hustle." I go, "Yeah." I go, "Okay." Now, about 20 minutes later, 2 security guys come walking.
Yeah, of course.
They're walking down, and I can tell right where they're going.
Yeah.
They just walk up to him and they go, "Sir, can you stand up for a minute?" And he goes, "Yeah, what's up, guys?" Very calm and cool. And
you want to buy a cigar?
And he made 2 sales. That was the story. And he goes, "What do you?" The guys, they're very nice. The Filipino, they're trying to be, and they just go, "Yeah, you can't be selling cigars, sir." And he goes, "I do it all the time.
Do it all the time." They said, "You can't," and he goes, "I do it all the time."
Right. He's diamond plus bullshit, whatever, cubic zirconia, whatever it is. And he goes, "I do it all the time." And they go, "Well, no, but you can't. You can't do that. We sell cigars on the ship." And also, and they're giving them some. And he goes, "Yeah, but I do it." He goes, "I've done it." He goes, "I have a cigar store in Boca or West Palm, whatever."
Former used car salesman, clearly.
It's just like, "Get away from me. I'm not doing anything wrong. And fuck it. This is what I do. I need this extra money." So they go, "Well, you can't." And then the other guy's getting a little annoyed. And I'm not hearing every word, but basically they're saying, like, "Let's go. Get up now." And he goes, "Whoa, what's the problem?" And meanwhile, he's got the humidor open. He's got sticks laid out. They're like a table, like we would come shop.
He set up shop.
I was about to buy a couple, and then the store closed up. But he goes, he's kind of like saying, "No, I'm not going anywhere." And they, sir. And you see a lot of, sir. You know how nice they are? They're just like,
yeah.
Because they're going to win.
They don't want to make a scene.
No, that's the last thing. Exactly. So it's like, "Please get up. Please get up." And then eventually he got up, and they walked away and they were gone. And I don't know if it's true because I heard it last night. I was up there after a show. Somebody said he's in his cabin with security in front of the door.
He's crazy.
He's quarantined. They put him in there and they locked him in
because he put up a big stink. And then once you do that, I've seen the security sitting outside 24 hours from people losing their shit, alcohol, or just people are psycho off their meds. And they have to wait till they get to the next port that will allow them to disembark them. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the U.S.
Yeah.
But those guys have to they have to do 3 shifts, 24 hours, sitting in a chair.
It's horrible.
Outside their door.
Yeah, because the guy can't control himself or just follow rules.
Yeah, why did
I'm
he
sure
just
this
follow
guy
that up?
was
He goes,
walked
okay.
off. Yeah, and how much could you be? I mean, it's not like you're changing your life out here with that money. I mean, how much at best? What do you? A couple of bucks? So that was worth it. You paid for a cruise.
I'm a Pinnacle member, and I'm never taking this cruise ship again. Okay,
right.
That's fine with us.
And how do you?
We have more.
And how has he not been stopped before? He's like, because I hear him. I do this all the time. It's like
unless he was just lying.
That's impossible.
He may have been having a psychotic moment. It may.
Yeah. It was very. I've never. He had them laid out like bold. A store, like here's the cigars to choose from. He had some more in his cabin, and he was telling a guy the first night, he goes, if you don't like what you see, I have more. It's like, what are we doing? We're shopping now in your cabin? How many cigars did you bring on? It's crazy.
We have to get a letter of permission to sell, DVDs or whatever we were selling back in the day.
Then they take 35%.
Yeah.
So this guy's not giving. So he basically the cruise line providing him a place to sell, and he's not kicking anything back. Are you kidding? They'll kick you off.
They don't want
tomorrow.
him as a.
You don't.
They don't want him as a customer.
No. Now, if he was like, look, I'm a cigar guy. I have a shop. Let me come on. I'll sell them up there and I'll give you guys 50%.
Yeah.
We'll just split it. They'd probably be like, all right, do what you got to do. But when you're taking it all and making money off passengers,
and you're feeling like as though you're entitled. It's entitlement. And I'm a Pinnacle member. I'm a Diamond plus, whatever. Suck it, bitch.
That's right. All right.
What else is happening?
That's it for me. That's my. I'm looking at my notes. I had 3 things, and I think we
covered my travels.
Yeah, I could have been.
So I'm going to be doing the overnight in Juneau, and then I join another Princess cruise ship, the Sapphire, and I will spend 4 evenings on that one, and then I will do another overnight
that a 3-show
at the
type night? Is that another 3?
Yeah, it's you do 3 shows.
That's
30
not
minutes
bad,
each.
It's not bad. I like those. I don't like it when I'm there, of course, but then it's great to knock it out and be done.
Yeah, and then I'll do a third one, the Ruby, I think. So I will basically 3 contracts. And
I was making money this week.
10, 11 days.
To make up
for that European trip I just did. 32 hours round trip.
You're there.
Well, my wife was
European
supposed to go with
guy.
me. So
right.
That didn't happen. And I have never been to Norway before, so that was a first. But it's all good. Now I'm going to compare. I went right from Norway to Alaska, and my notes last time were Norway is very similar to Alaska as far as the fjords. It's beautiful, beautiful mountains and whatnot. But I thought that the homes, the structures, the buildings, the architecture was much more pristine in Norway than it was up in Alaska. More inviting, more quaint.
Right.
And it didn't see a lot of graffiti or garbage. Everything was like pristine.
Norway.
Yeah. Norway or the highway.
Because Alaska has plenty of graffiti and garbage. It's there for you.
And outlaws and grifters and I've been to Alaska more than once where the police were waiting for somebody to get off a plane.
He was selling cigars on a goddamn ship.
Cigars.
I remember one of our first times I was with another entertainer on the ship. I don't remember who it was 100 years ago, and I might have said this before. We went in a bar in the afternoon, and there were like four Eskimo guys at the bar, like real American Indian face Eskimo guys, and they were like one every other bar stool was empty, and I just remember we went in, and it was very much like, you guys, what are you doing here? Like, it wasn't like a Red Dog Saloon.
No, this is
was
local. Yeah.
locals. What are
We
you
don't
two
want
doing here?
we don't want tourists in here. Beat it.
You're right. And I went over to the jukebox and I put in a couple dollars and hit a bunch of fucking songs, and when that started, the forehead just turned and they stared at us like, get the fuck out. Like, we broke the vibe. They wanted, because Alaska, those Indians, man, those Alaska, they drink. That's no, it's no, they like to really hit it hard. And I think these guys, it was like noon.
They get their dividend check from the pipeline, and they're depressed.
Yeah,
and
why not?
They
You
go
live in
out
Alaska.
drinking. Yeah,
and they just sit there, and that kind of drinking where you just sit and stare at your drink and you don't talk and it's dark, like real men. And I'm there. I put in, fucking She Loves You.
I'm married. I already have that.
And these guys, the look they gave us, I wish I could think of the other entertainer, but it would be hard to describe the look. The look was, you should leave now. And we very clearly, we hadn't even ordered a beer yet. It was just, you need to leave. And we both looked at each other like, you want to get out of here? I think we should. I think we went to the Red Dog and had some whatever. What's the Alaskan beer? There, what do you got? I don't know what that is. Beer Moretti.
Yeah,
Moretti.
Italian beer.
I don't reckon. Oh, no, Italian beer?
Yeah.
In Alaska?
Crew bar.
Did you buy that there?
$1.50.
Oh,
$1.50
gotcha.
Crew bar. I went and bought 2 bottles of water, and I saw he had Moretti. I go, can I have one of those? I go, can I have a couple of Morettis? He goes, we can only give you one at a time. I go, okay. I put it in my fridge. And this after my third show, I will have one Italian beer.
One Moretti.
And that's the podcast for today. Romas.
Can you believe when this airs, it'll be July? No, it won't be. Almost, though. A week away. The year is, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but I drinking my hot tea and, relaxing, and all of a sudden, another year is halfway done.
Warp speed.
Is my point. It's amazing, is my point. Yes. Halfway through there. Are you working this New Year's Eve? Are you, do you know your schedule? I threw Al with this question. He had his hand up for the customary
sign off. Yeah, you want to know where I am on New Year's Eve?
I was just because I'm working this New Year's Eve for the first time in 5 years.
Where are you working?
The cruise Star of the Seas.
I can't believe you give me so much shit. I don't work New Year's Eve anymore.
I was forced. I don't work it.
You were forced.
I was forced. They said, they came back and they go, you haven't worked a holiday in fucking 7 years. So they go, you got to give us Thanksgiving, Christmas, or New Year's.
I have New Year's. I have New Year's Eve off, but I'm traveling New Year's Day to Aruba to get on the Princess Coral. From Los Angeles.
There'll be a $200 gig somewhere in LA you could pick up on that day off.
There's a lot of people that would die to do that $200 gig, pal.
Those people should die. I've seen their act. They're horrible.
There's not a lot of $500 and $1,000 gigs in LA unless you have a television show.
Right. No, true. Even Vegas, same. Get Vegas. I mean, you either draw or you work locally.
I am not digging Vegas. I'm sorry to sound like an old man, but Vegas is not the Vegas it was when we were doing it 25 years ago.
It's not.
It is just a zoo. It's a corporate. It's disgusting, man.
I don't mind not going back. Like, I used to love it and look forward to my trips there. And now I haven't been
watching football at 10 a.m.
It was great, but I don't have any interest in it now. And plus the money's so fucking low. But just to do 7 nights in Vegas, it's too much, physically, mentally.
We both did it so many times, and we did it 3 years ago. So together, that's it. I think
in a hotel that is now not even there. The whole imploded
Yeah.
and gone.
And the last time I went, Bernie was working at the MGM with Brad Garrett, and I went as her guest.
Oh,
So I flew in from L.A. and met her, and I stayed with her for 3 nights, and then I flew out and joined a ship, and she stayed.
well, that's not
That's what
bad,
you got to
though.
do.
Vegas,
We rendezvous. We rendezvous.
Vegas
And,
for a night or two and not having to work or something. That's great. But it's the 7 days that
not
being
having to
around.
work was kind of a delight.
It's great. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But the strip itself and the people, I mean, it's a freak show. It was always a freak show. Now it feels more like a dangerous freak show. Like,
I
the
don't
fuck
care
is
for the
going on
vibe.
here?
I feel like something bad's going to happen any minute.
Well, that
And
any
there's
place you
always
get where
sirens
it's like,
and police activity is just.
yeah, and the whole thing, I think they really blew it with, well, with the whatever happens here stays here. It's like people really think you can just go there and do anything you want, and it's like, well, no, we're still a fucking society. Like, what are you doing? And I don't know. I don't feel comfortable there. I like to sit outside and have my tea, and then
Go get your tea. Go get your shoe shine
I just
box.
laugh when it
Go
came
get your
in.
shine box.
It was like a nurse
get your
like
tea.
taking my wine away and replacing it with a tea. It's like, here you go, Grandpa.
Yeah,
You've had enough wine now.
There was a discussion with relatives and professionals, and they said, "What are we going to do?" Well, you can start replacing his drinking with tea. And maybe he'll take the hint.
my drinking does get wild.
It's a
That
tea
2 glasses of
intervention.
Riesling a night. Those Rieslings, man, they get a little wacky.
Woo!
Woo! Exactly. All right, man. Well, have a good week. You're the Baronoff, and we look forward to those updates next week.
And next time I'm going to be awake. I'm really dragging it. Look at my eyes. I took a whole melatonin last night too. That's not helpful.
A whole melatonin. Jesus Christ. How did you wake up?
I'm crazy.
That's amazing. A whole melatonin. All right, buddy. I'm going to go grab some lunch. Peace.
Arrivederci.
So long, Al. Have a good trip.
Iceberg dead ahead.
Don't forget to review us and rate us. It really helps.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history.
A feeding frenzy quickly develops.
This is the 2 Owls 1 Pod podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
All right.
Okay, show. Okay, show.
This was a horrible mistake. Hurry.
Patreon.com/2owls1pod.
Patreon.com/forward the 2 dicks.